this is Mike from The Quality Sportsman, and today we're taking a look at the Banish 30 from Silencer Central. Is this multi-caliber suppressor really all it's cracked up to be? Is Silencer Central's application process really as awesome as they say? Let's take a look. Folks, today here we're checking out the Banish 30 from Silencer Central. As you can see here, I got it on my trusty old 6.5 Grendel AR. This is my DMR that I'll be shooting in a match here in a couple weeks. If you want a video about that, let me know, drop a comment. Before we get into it, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That will motivate me to keep bringing you quality content every week. All right, so the Banish 30 from Silencer Central is marketed as kind of the jack of all trades for suppressors. It's all the way up to a 30 caliber. It takes a standard 5/8 by 24 thread pattern and is a direct thread, which means you just screw it directly onto your rifle of choice. It only requires to be hand tight, which is interesting and kind of stresses me out while I'm shooting it, wondering if it's coming loose, but I haven't had any issues yet. Let me go through what I like about this first, and then we'll talk about the things that I don't exactly love about it. All right, first, I think it's pretty cool that it's a modular design. So in its full configuration, it's a 9-inch, weighing in at around 10.5 ounces. It's a titanium material. So that's really cool. It's very light as far as 9-inch suppressors go. The price is actually pretty good. Looking at the rest of the market out there, looking at titanium suppressors in a 9-inch configuration, this is probably on the lower end of the price spectrum for this type of thing. So I really do think the price at $9.99 is on the lower end, but I do not think the quality has suffered. So let's get back into the design itself. You can use a little tool that they give to take this and basically recap it at 7 inches if you want. I haven't shot it at 7 inches yet. I don't really see a need to. This is already a full-size rifle and I'm a big guy, so I've just left it at 9. The shooting experience with this suppressor is really nice. I mean, it's very comfortable. I still shoot with ear pro just to protect my hearing, and at the range I shoot at, there are other folks shooting muzzle brakes, 30 cals, things that are pretty loud. So shooting this with ear pro is a really nice experience. I can focus on spotting my round. I can focus on everything else and not worrying about flinching or just the annoyance of a loud rifle round report. One of the things that I think is really cool, and to me this is where this shines, is just the multi-caliber design. Shooting up to a 30 caliber, I don't really plan on buying a ton of suppressors, so having this one that can do it all is really great. I can put this on a 223 5.56 AR, I can put this on my 243 lighter hunting rifle, all the way up to my 300 Win Mag. As long as I get the barrel threaded, this will suffice. Now let's get into the things that I don't really love about this. While at first I thought it was a positive, being able to disassemble and remove the baffles for cleaning kind of ended up to be a pain in the butt for me. I didn't realize that you needed a $50 baffle removal tool. When it was all clean and brand new out of the box, you could just shake the baffles out. But now that it's dirty and fouled up inside, you need a special tool that basically presses the baffles out. The tolerances are really tight on the notch design inside of the suppressor itself, and I've had some problems getting them aligned, and I'm not really sure as I put it back together and head to the range if it's fully assembled properly. Spending hours and hours scouring the forums, online reading, things like that, I'm not really convinced that you need to clean these things. So take that into consideration. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy this. I'm just saying a downside is the tight tolerances inside for all the baffles as they line up and need to seat very tightly, it can be a bit of a pain. I feel like I almost got to the point where I was damaging this thing, and I'm not sure if the warranty would support replacement if it was something that I did wrong. So if you are to get this, honestly, I would just leave it. I would not take it apart. I would not clean it. I don't really see a value in cleaning it. If you do, I would get that baffle removal tool. Don't try banging the baffles out with a punch and a hammer like I did. Overall, I think the quality is very high. The light titanium build is awesome. The shooting experience is great. Really quiets it down, really makes it a pleasure to shoot. And the price at $9.99, plus they'll give you a 10% military discount. There's no code available, but if you call them and prove you're military, they'll give you that discount, so that's nice. The price of $9.99 before any tax or tax stamp, I think this is a great buy. Where I think this really shines is if you want one suppressor that can do it all. Like me, you have multiple shooting and hunting rifles. You can buy this one. It's still pretty pricey. Suppressors are expensive, probably due to their high regulation. This is great. I'm gonna put this on all my rifles. I don't really feel like I need to buy too many more suppressors. I don't do a ton of suppressed shooting. It's kind of more of a novelty for me. I'm gonna shoot a break for the DMR on this rifle. So yeah, I think this is a great option for folks that probably only want one silencer and don't really know which gun they want to put it on, or want to have the option to put it on multiple different calibers. Now let's talk about the process. So this is a product exclusively sold by silencercentral.com. I have no affiliation with them. I was a customer of theirs when I bought this. And they market themselves as being the one-stop shop, handling all the paperwork basically in a concierge fashion. So when you apply for a suppressor, you have to go through a lot of paperwork with the ATF. And for first-timers, it can be quite daunting. Silencer Central took all of that off my plate. They walked me through the process. I filled out the forms. I created my account with the ATF, and they made it pretty simple. They send you a fingerprint kit in the mail. You do your fingerprints in your own kitchen. Send them back, send in some passport style photos digitally, and that's pretty much it. Once you're done filling out all of your paperwork, providing fingerprints and your photos, they will give you a call. They'll run through your whole packet, and then the waiting period begins. Personally, mine took about 8 months, and reading the forums in the web lately, it seems that 7 to 10 months is kind of the average, which is great. I think once ATF has moved over to using their new e-forms process, it seemed to be a lot more consistent and a lot quicker. A couple years back, it was a year to 18 months on average. So overall, I had a really great experience with Silencer Central, shepherding me through this process. I didn't have to go into a gun shop. I didn't have to manually fill out any forms with an ink and paper. It was great. Once it was approved, they sent me a notice and shipped it straight to my door, which was really cool. So overall, I thought the Silencer Central process was pretty good, very user-friendly, especially for first-timers. So my overall recommendation is that this is actually a pretty good quality product. The product itself is good quality, and the Silencer Central experience makes it easy and demystifies all of the challenges in applying for your first suppressor from the ATF. So I would highly recommend this product, especially if it's your first suppressor, you want to use it for multiple different applications, and you don't feel like really potentially dealing with the difficult paperwork on your own. The whole process together made that really simple. I forgot about it. They shipped it to me 10 months later, and I had my first suppressor. So overall, big thumbs up to Silencer Central. Their product seems quality at the right price. If this is going to be your first suppressor, I really recommend the Banish 30. Remember what I said about the cleaning though? That's kind of the biggest drawback for me. Performance quality seemed great, but I'm not really sure I'm going to take this thing apart and clean it. If I do, I don't have the confidence that I would get it back together properly without damaging it. So keep that in mind. All right, that's it today. I really highly recommend that you go get your first suppressor. The way the country's changing, the way that we see gun rights being taken away slowly, go ahead and get it. It'll be harder to take it from you once you have it. Again, I know it's a little pricey, but I've highly enjoyed shooting suppressed. I can't wait to get my family out when my kids get a little bit older. I think it's going to make it a really fun and comfortable way for them to learn how to shoot without being so scared about that huge report of the rifle round. So go out and get yours. Sure, there's many different great products out there, but I can put my stamp of approval on the Banish 30 and the Silencer Central process. Please check out some of our other videos right here, and we'll catch you next time on The Quality Sportsman. Thanks.